bro, that fight was insane. She was literally given. I mean, there was a part where she was just throwing haymakers, man. Like she was throwing punches like you would see in Dragon Ball. She was giving Chainsaw Man the the uts. Y'all do y'all know what the uts is? Y'all know what the uts is? That the uts is like the uts is uts 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 uts. Bro. So I just got back from Texas, San Antonio. I just got back home to New York, man. I'm very happy to be back home, man. And I saw Chainsaw Man, the Rize movie, like about. And I see it. I saw it the day it came out. So what was it, October 24th? Yeah. And so what's the date today? I don't even know. Okay, so I saw it. I'm just looking on my phone right now. So I saw it 2 days ago, and I wanted to record my reaction, like just coming out of the theater, but then I was like, maybe it'd be better for just to make a video about it, just to talk about my feelings watching the film because I'm a casual fan. I'm a casual fan of Chainsaw Man. I've read some of the manga. I've watched the season one anime, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for season two because okay, well, that's another thing. Um, I'm giving spoilers. I barely. I'm gonna be as vague as I can be, but I'm gonna say some spoilers. If you don't wanna, if you wanna do it, hey, if you don't wanna hear it, go ahead and pull one of these. Go ahead and exit. But I really want to talk about this film real quick. I It's weird because I'm trying to remember my feelings throughout the film, and um, it started off beautifully. Like I liked the romance that Rize and Denji had in the beginning. It felt like I've watched a couple like Japanese films that weren't necessarily like romance, but they were like, for example, like there was one Japanese film that I watched one time that was completely in subtitles. It wasn't English. It was like about these two girls that were friends, and they would always meet up after school, and they would always hang out. And like I say, like the Japanese, they always have like their way of making these kind of films that are just so different from. I don't know. It's like it's so unique. It's so unique the way they make their films because normally like American films, if it's like a movie about two people who are best friends hanging out, I'm like I'm not interested in that. But those guys do it different over there. They'll take that concept and just do something that is not common in their films, and I really appreciate that. And I felt a little bit of that in Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's always been a little bit unorthodox, strange, um, and that's what a lot of people like about the manga. That's why it got so popular. Now, I did not read the Rize arc in the manga. I kind of took a break from Chainsaw Man, um, because when I became a Christian, I just kind of stopped everything, to figure things out. You know what I mean? And but now I'm back. Now I'm back, and I have my cons of the film, obviously, and a lot of it does have to do with the unnecessary The pool scene. The pool scene was a beautiful scene between Denji and Rize. I think the music, the animation, but obviously I don't agree with because Rize takes off her clothes in the film, and I was just sitting there. I was like, man, they didn't need to do this. Like, it ruined it for me personally because their relationship was, well, let me not say like this innocent relationship that they had, because Rize was kind of coming off as this flirty kind of coming onto Denji. She had that kind of vibe, and later on in the film, you kind of things start to click, and you kind of start to get why she was pushing so hard towards Denji to get close to him. But it was still really beautiful, the relationship they had, and I think a lot of us um, can strangely enough relate to what was going on. Like, I found myself in the film just like being like, oh man, I'm happy for my boy, man. I'm happy for Denji, man, that he gets to have some of this before things completely get turned upside down for this man, bro. Oh my gosh, what a betrayal! What a betrayal, bro! What a betrayal! Oh my god, I was shook, bro. I was shook. Oh my gosh. But that relationship that they had in the film, they could have did a whole. That could have been the whole movie. I would have been fine with it. Just them being together. Rize teaching Denji how to swim. That was nice. Um, we get introduced to um the angel devil. I forget his name. Um, but seeing him and Aki, together as well. Um, yeah, man. But after Denji and Rize spend some time together, things get crazy. Things get crazy. The other half of the film is just complete lunacy. Oh my gosh. Who animated this? Studio Mappa, right? It was Studio Mappa, I think, that was responsible for the animations. Oh my gosh, bro. They went crazy. They went crazy. I feel like I don't know if they did this in the middle of the film. I think I tweeted this too. I'm not sure, but I said something like, I don't know. I was like, yo, um they need to have like a seizure warning for this film, bro. I'm like, no joke, because oh my gosh, oh, like, lights, just different colors, things going crazy, bro. I felt like I was watching Dragon Ball Z on steroids. It was insane. It was just non-stop action. It went from a romance movie to a just berserk action flick, bro. It was insane. It was insane. Bro. Yeah. Yeah. There was a moment in the film where I was just like, you know what my problem was? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Here's my problem with the film. Here's my problem with Chainsaw Man, right? And let me know if you feel this too, because it can't just be me, bro. It can't just be me that's experiencing this. All that build up of Denji and Rize, their relationship growing together, and it just ending. It's just she's a spy all along, and none of it mattered. Denji is just going ham, and you just feel like now they're just out for blood. They're just gonna kill each other. What bothered me personally is that they were building this relationship, and then it just cut to action. It felt so fast. It felt so fast. I just feel like we didn't. Now I'm actually thinking about it, and I'm like, I wish I can go back and just watch it and give you the specific point where I was like, I don't like this. um, but regardless, what kind of redeemed it for me is this beautiful moment when at the end of the fight, Rize is leaving. She's like a Soviet spy, and she's basically been sent to capture or kill Denji. I think it was capture for the Gun Devil. She works for the Gun Devil, which is crazy to me. But she works for the Gun Devil, right? And she's sent to capture Denji. So she's like this secret spy or whatever, right? And when she chokes out that dude on the roof, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I like that right there, man. I like that right there. That was good. That was good, man. But this beautiful thing that happens after the fight between Rize and Denji is that she's about to get on the train. She's about to leave. And I actually thought she was gonna get on the train. I thought she was going to leave Denji, and she stays. The train passes, and she's still standing there. She turns around because Denji wants to meet her at the coffee or cafe shop that they originally were hanging out at, and he wants her to meet him there. She was planning on leaving, but this whole time in my head, she used Denji. She doesn't care about this guy. And that's what I didn't like. I didn't like that. I was like, oh, so she really just felt nothing this whole time. They had this beautiful thing, and it's just nothing happens, man. I get there's movies where that happens, like, oh, the love interest, like you see in like one of the Wolverine films, like I think it was X-Men Origins. I think that's what it was, where he's married to this woman for so long, and she turns out to be like a spy or something the whole time. But I wanted them to be. I guess it's because I wanted them to actually be together. I did not want Denji to be with Makima, bro. I'm not gonna cap, bro. And so when I saw Riz, I was like, oh, this is great. This is great. He finally gets to get away from this woman, Makima, and he gets to be with the girl that actually likes him for him. And then she uses him just like Makima uses him. And I guess that's just the running theme of Chainsawman, right? It's just all these women that are they just want Chainsawman. They don't want Denji. And it sucks, but she doesn't get on the train, right? She doesn't get on the train. She turns right around and she's making her way to the cafe. And then that scumbag Makima shows up, bro. I hate this woman, bro. This lady Makima shows up, bro, and ruins everything, bro. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad for Denji. If it would have ended, if the film would have ended without Power showing up to lighten the mood, I would have came here and told you I didn't like the movie, because that would have made me depressed for the entire day. That would have made me so sad, bro. The fact that Denji was actually gonna get this girl to come back, and he was gonna see, oh, she really does care about me, and for him to be sitting there with all those flowers in his hands, bro, and she doesn't show up, and the film just goes black. It just ends there. Makima wins. She gets what she wants. Makima for a long time for this arc, Chainsaw Man Part 1, most of the time she gets what she wants. And so when I'm watching this film, and keep in mind, I didn't read the Riz arc in the manga. So to see Makima win again, bro, and it just goes black, and Makima kills Riz. Denji doesn't get to see the girl that he likes come into the cafe. He just assumes she doesn't like him. Power doesn't show up. He's just sitting there alone by himself, and the film ends. That would have sucked. That would have sucked. And so I'm so glad Power showed up, because Power and Aki, I guess, are like this trio with Denji, right? And they remind me so much of, because, I'm a Naruto fan, and they remind me so much of Naruto and Sakura, Team 7, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke. And so to have Power, that's why I really wished Aki would have showed up too with Power, but that didn't happen. But That would have been so beautiful to me. That would have been a great ending. But this was a great ending too. Just having Power show up, and she's talking about, oh, I want those flowers, and then Denji does what Denji does, and he starts eating the flowers, and it just ends with, you know, Power and Denji just, oh, I reached my limit. I reached my limit for the thing, but yeah, I'm gonna end it right here, man. I liked it. I liked it. I liked the film. It was good. I didn't like the inappropriate stuff in it. I didn't like that Rizzo just started getting undressed and everything like that. Because I'm a Christian, because of my beliefs. They could have done this modestly, in my opinion. And you guys might disagree with me, but I stand on that, man. I do not like. It's so unnecessary, but the film, that there were so many beautiful moments in this film. The relationship between Rizzo and Denji, when she was about to go back to the cafe at the end, the fact that Power showed up at the end to be there with Denji, this was something different. This was crazy. I feel like if I watched the movie again, I might feel differently. But for now, my first run through of the film, it was good. I didn't watch it in English because it would have been late at night. A bunch of people showed up late at night to watch the English dub, but I showed up like earlier to watch the sub because I don't really know Texas like that, and I don't want to be out late at night. And so I watched it probably at like 5 o'clock or something. But I saw so many fans of Chainsawman wearing wearing the monster horns wearing the power horns that Power has, and dressed up in their Chainsaw Man's, you know, cosplays. And it's just beautiful to see a fan base like that, man. I love Chainsaw Man, and it was good, man. It was good. It's stuff like this that really inspires me as an artist, as a storyteller myself. And there's so many redeeming attributes to Chainsaw Man, to Denji, you know, and that I feel like I could relate to, that we could all relate to, man. I enjoyed it was good. It was a good film. I give it like, 7.8 out of 10. Yeah. And so that's it. And so, like I say, man, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for listening to my opinion on the Chainsaw Man RZA arc movie, man. I'll see y'all around. Peace. I'm about to get me some chips or something, man. I'm hungry.